Special teams are so important in this game for field position, especially when you're pounding it out and trying to take possession off the clock. So what we look at there in the second half is pretty similar to what we saw here in the first. That was our Hahn Cook Tires performance of the game. Edwin Arceo will kick off with Tyler Lockett back deep at his own 5 as this is into the wind, trying to keep it low, under the wind. Lockett 2 yards deep in his own end zone, will try to run it out. And Lockett has a hole across 25. A flag comes in from behind as he gets up to about the 33-yard line. There are a couple of flags down on the field right now.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the receiving team. Holding, receiving team number 85. That's half the distance to the goal. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Receiving team number 21. That's also half the distance to the goal. First down.
Not the way that Bill Snyder would like this second half to start, but let's check in with Darius Walker, who spoke to the coaches. Darius, what'd they say?
Yeah, I got a chance to catch up with the coaches, and specifically Coach Rhodes. He said that they knew that this was going to be a 60-minute game, and he's actually excited about where his team is and the way that his team has been battling. I also asked him about taking a knee with 49 seconds left on the clock, and he said it was the best choice and the best option that they had with 50 seconds left in the half.
And if you spoke to Coach Snyder right now, he'd say, I'm not happy with those penalties. We'll start at our own 4 instead of the 34. Klein from his end zone in the shotgun. He'll run it out, and Colin Klein, with that just momentum, able to fall forward, picks up 4 yards.
And you can kind of predict on the goal line what they're going to do. Getting in a 2 tight end set. We talked about it. They're going to use Colin Klein. Right now, they're going to try to wear out the defensive line and linebackers of Iowa State.
Kansas State, again, penalized more in this game than they've been basically the entire season. Second down and 6.
He's under center, so maybe an option play coming.
Klein rolling out to his right. Now looking for a block, and he's going to run out of bounds. As we take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Geico. The time of possession, Kansas State nearly doubling up Iowa State. But you see those penalties. And again, those first downs, this Kansas State team, that's the reason why they're able to double up time of possession. They had twice the amount of first downs, really twice the amount of time of possession.
And that's their game plan. Kansas State wants to wear on the clock.
3rd and 3. Klein in the shotgun. Hubert to his right. Klein, a quick pass to Harper for the first down. Jansen Watson pushes Chris Harper out of bounds after the completion of 5 yards.
Well, I think that's Colin Klein's confidence in his arm, the coaching staff's confidence that he can make those quick short throws. Because 3 yards to go, you would have think they would have ran Colin Klein up the middle.
Colin Klein in the shotgun, 1st and 10.
Safety inching his way to the middle of the field.
The handoff is to Hubert. And again, very good containment by that defensive line. Cleon Lang with a tackle after a 1-yard run for John Hubert. And Hubert has really been kept in check in this game. 12 carries, 44 yards, averaging just 3.7 per carry. On the season, he's averaging almost 7 yards per carry.
When you're in man coverage a lot, someone is responsible for the running back. Tells me that they're doing a great job of containing and tackling John Hubert.
2nd down and 9. Klein, play action again. Passes short to his fullback, Braden Wilson. And Wilson up to the 20, a pickup of 3.
Jake Knott, A.J. Klein doing such a terrific job of filling the gaps, finding their responsibilities, coming up
and hitting with power and really trying to intimidate the Kansas State offensive running backs and linemen. So they've been all over the field. These guys have really lived up to all the hype leading up to this game.
A big 3rd and 6 coming up here for Kansas State. Can Iowa force a punt? Klein forced out of the pocket. Klein running, has the first down. Marked down at the 29-yard line. A 9-yard run for Colin Klein.
Colin Klein looks and he sees zone coverage. Middle of the field is open, but didn't get the protection from his offensive line that he wanted, but uses his shiftiness and his intelligence to know where that first down marker is.
Back-to-back 3rd down conversions for Kansas State. Iowa State trailing by 3. First drive of the 2nd half for the Wildcats. Hand off to Hubert, and Hubert keeps those legs churning. And look at this, John Hubert, 5'7", 190, moving the pile as he picks up 4 on first down. Let's check back in with Darius.
Yeah, we've been talking about the tackling, specifically on Iowa State side. And you remember Coach Rose said that they need to be better in space with tackling. The problem they're having with Colin Klein is he's such a bigger man that those arm tackles that are working on John Hubert, they're not working on Colin.
2nd down and 6. Not easy to arm tackle a 6'5", 230-pound guy. Hand off to Hubert, who cuts it back. And there is a nice tackle by Darrell Givens. And there goes the ball was down, the knee was down.
Well, Hubert's that running back, and we had a chance to talk to him. He's not very big, but what he does is he's a physical player. He loves the contact. He won't be shifty. He'll make you move, make you miss as well. But he likes to lower his head. He's great in the pass protection, which tells me he's a physical player.
Another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 3. Klein passing, completes to his tight end, Travis Tannehill. Another first down, the late flag comes in.
I think you're going to get leading with the helmet on that hit.
Personal foul, targeting, defense number 26. A 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's against Deion Broomfield.
Look at Deion right here. He's going to come in, lower his head, and I really don't think that is a play that he's trying to lead with his head. His shoulder almost hit him first. So I can see this is kind of one of those penalties where I think they got the raw end of the deal.
So now Kansas State into Iowa State territory. Hand off to Hubert, patiently waiting, cuts it back, and Hubert will pick up a yard, tackled by Henry Simon.
Talk about how important that defensive line is, making that stop. You see
look
here
at
on
Paul
the screen.
Rhodes. Look at
Paul Rhodes.
He's saying, look, this is where he hit him.
He didn't even hit his helmet. Hit him right in the shoulder pad.
And it was a late flag as well. 2nd down and 9. Klein rolling to his left, throws low. That was on purpose, as Braden Wilson was the intended receiver. The pressure applied by Nick Cron, but you can see that Klein saw his man wasn't open. There was a defender right there, so if they complete the pass, it's going to be for a loss. He said, I'll throw this one to the dirt, and we'll face 3rd and 9.
Yeah, I think he'll take that one for the team and get back lined up on a 3rd and 8 play and give his team an opportunity.
Can they convert on 3rd down again?
No running backs in the backfield.
Play clock is down to 5.
Klein might just run it.
Klein, pressured, and he goes down. Sacked by Roosevelt Majid.
Klein a little shaken up on this play, but the offensive line not doing their jobs. Defensive linemen are running by with speed and aggressiveness to try to get to Klein. That was a big play.
And now on to punt is Randy Dorr. Standing back at his own 11-yard line is Aaron Horn. Punting with the wind at his back. And that will go into the end zone for a touchback. Iowa State comes up with the stop. A big sack on 3rd down. They'll get the ball at the 20, trailing by 3. Cookie Sunday. It's fantastic.
Sounds good to me.
17-14. Iowa State trailing Kansas State here in the 3rd quarter. And Iowa State will start with the ball at the 20. Jared Barnett, the quarterback of the shotgun. Chantrell Johnson at tailback. On 1st down, Barnett flipped the pass, and that was deflected at the line by Meshach Williams. Meshach Williams had a big game last week against Kansas, 5 tackles and 2 sacks. First time we've called his name today.
Williams right here, coming off as a linebacker. It looked like they were trying to cut block him, but he used his athletic ability to really get out of the way and back that ball down.
2nd and 10. Flags are flying everywhere. Was it encroachment? Was it a false start? Was it Meshach Williams or Carter Bykowski?
False start. Offense number 71 and 65. 5-yard penalty at 2nd down.
This week on FX, Sons of Anarchy cranks up the action. An all-new episode Tuesday at 10. On Wednesday, it's the premiere event of FX's terrifying tale, American Horror Story Asylum, starting at 10 o'clock. 2nd down and 15. Quick slant pass is complete to Chris Young, and Young gets tackled at the 20. A 5-yard pickup. Nigel Malone there on the stop. 3rd and 10 coming up here for Iowa State.
Barnett doing a good job of setting his feet and throwing an accurate pass and getting back to about 3rd and 10 now, which is more manageable on a 3rd down.
Showing blitz is Kansas State. Bringing the pressure. The pass complete over the middle. And let's see where they mark him down. It looks like it should be enough for the 1st down for Chris Young. It will be. A big 3rd down conversion there by Iowa State.
Read zone comes. Linebacker right here is who they're going to be reading.
It is the handoff to Chantrell Johnson, and Johnson dives to get back to the line of scrimmage, tackled by Violet Tui.
You know, they had something right there. If Violet Tui doesn't make that play, they've got an opening in the secondary.
The numbers on Barnett in this game. 30 of those 97 yards came on that touchdown pass to Ernst Brunt. Barnett again has it batted down again by Meshach Williams. The pressure applied by Violet Tui, but Meshach Williams reading this one again.
Williams
That could have been a late hit.
Yeah. Well, look at how high he got too.
But look at the hit there by Latui. I mean, he took a step and a half after that ball was released. It could have been, it probably should have been a late hit. Over the middle, pass is incomplete for Josh Lentz. And Lentz, you could see him kind of go alligator arms right there over the middle. Didn't want to lay out with all those guys around him.
Yeah, there was a safety right there staring at him, waiting for him. But you got to get the fear factor out of your mind. You got to come inside that, find that ball. Now, what Barnett could have done is just put that ball on his inside shoulder and turned him away from the defenders coming at him.
Kirby Vanderkamp on to punt, punting into the wind. Tremaine Thompson standing at his own 30. A good punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 28-yard line by Thompson. A 42-yard punt. Iowa State and Kansas State are battling here in Ames, Iowa. They call this rivalry Farmageddon. It's a 3-point game. Introducing the UPS Team Performance Index, a new statistical measure that looks at the efficiency of a team's offense, defense, special teams, and miscues to define their competitive advantage. Check out the UPS Team Performance Index throughout the season for a look at the logistics behind a winning team. K-State ball starting at their own 28. 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. And again, it's Jake McDonough.
Offside with contact. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty, it's first down.
And now McDonough gets taken out right away, and frankly, rightfully so.
I think he's really just anticipating that snap. It doesn't look like Colin Klein was really giving him a hard count. He was a little bit early on the ball.
So 1st and 5 now for Kansas State. Klein, play action. Throws, completes to Harper. Across midfield up to the 47-yard line of Iowa State. A 20-yard completion as Jansen Watson runs Harper out of bounds.
Well, the way that Kansas State runs the football, Iowa State's got to respect this run. So the play action sold the linebackers just enough for Colin Klein to step back there and make that a nice, accurate throw.
Klein on the day, 12 for 17, 146 yards in the air. Throwing again, this time on first down, incomplete, was looking again for Harper.
A little bit uncharacteristic now that we've seen them throw several times on first down, which typically they get in that shotgun formation, run some counter plays, run the quarterback Klein through the middle of the pack, and then hand it off to Huber and get them more involved. We're seeing a little bit more throwing on first down.
This actually plays into the hands of Iowa State as they want to force a 3rd and long. But K-State's had great success on 3rd down. Lockett in motion. Klein stepping up. And Klein will run out of bounds at around the 44-yard line. It looked like maybe, just maybe, Kansas State got away with a hold. We'd like to welcome the men and women in uniform serving around the world, watching today's broadcast in 175 countries on AFN, the American Forces Network. Thanks for all you do. Jake McDonough is back in after those offside calls. He's had 3 of them in this game. Angelo Pease in at tailback on 3rd and 7. Klein quickly throws, and it's incomplete. Dropped by Tremaine Thompson.
I think you saw a little bit of miscommunication on this play. Colin Klein was expecting Tremaine Thompson to settle down in that area that was open just over the line for a first down, but he didn't do it. So the throw was behind him.
A punt coming up for Ryan Dorr with Aaron Horn back at his own 10. Again, difficult trying to control this punt in with the wind behind you. Gets it high up in the air. Takes a bounce, and it will be downed at the 1. Jonathan Truman on special teams gets down there. A 43-yard punt for Dorr. And now Iowa State will have to go the length of the field as they trail by 3. In a close game like this, Eric, field position is crucial.
Yeah, it sure is. But look at Aaron Horn. He's going to come up here and really try to affect and influence the Gunners, but it doesn't influence them at all. And they're able to get behind and put them on the 1-yard line for a big change in field possession.
Jared Barnett in the shotgun from his own end zone. Jeff Woody as the tailback. They give it to Woody, the power back, and Woody gets out of the end zone, and he will get no yards as he gets back to the 1-yard line. Alan Chapman came up from the corner position to make the stop.
And I would say I agree with what they're doing. Put in their big running back, Jeff Woody, and try to get them some more breathing room here down by the goal line.
2nd down and 10.
Woody still in the game.
Barnett passing, and again it's knocked down. You almost get the sense that Jared Barnett is just making up his mind as soon as he snaps the ball where he's going with it.
Yeah, I think it's important for a quarterback to always keep his eyes down the middle of the field. It doesn't tip that way. You don't tip your hat to where you're going. He knows where he wants to go. He knows what his receivers are running. It's important for him to keep his eyes upfield and at the last second go to his receiver.
Adam Davis was the man who knocked that one down. So that's 3 batted balls here in this 3rd quarter against Jared Barnett.
Maybe bringing pressure.
3rd and 10. Here comes the pressure. The pass is incomplete for Chantrell Johnson. So in this game of field position, as the pressure was applied by Arthur Brown, you're going to have Kirby Vanderkamp have to punt from the back of his own end zone into the wind.
Take a look at Arthur Brown right here, coming off untouched. Number 4, untouched, using his speed to make Barnett throw and rush his footwork, and that's why he couldn't complete the pass.
Tremaine Thompson is standing at the 40-yard line, and a shanked punt takes an Iowa State roll, but is out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So a 29-yard punt. Tomorrow on Fox NFL Sunday, the Eagles head to Pittsburgh to take on Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. The Packers battle Andrew Luck and the Colts. Well, the Falcons and or Jay Cutler and the Bears square off against Maurice Jones-Drew and the Jaguars. You could also watch the Seahawks and Panthers. It all begins with a Built Ford Tough. Fox NFL Sunday pregame show tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. America's game of the week. The Giants at the Niners, a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. On 1st down, Hubert up the middle with a huge hole. And a flag comes in late.
Holding, offense number 37, 10-yard penalty, repeat 1st down.
2nd hold against Braden Wilson in this game.
And we had the parting of the seas right here, but a lot of it came down to the hold right there on the linebacker, Jeremiah George.
So Wilson will now come out for this play, as it is 1st and 14 from the 34-yard line. Klein throws to his tight end, Travis Tannehill. And that was a Tim Tebow type play.
Yeah, it sure was. Colin Klein is so good at selling that, too. His eyes were down at the ground. It looks like he's looking for his blockers. And then all of a sudden, at the very last second, he pops up and throws it to Tannehill and completes the pass. That's very hard to defend because you have to come up and respect the running game of Colin Klein. And when you do that, you open up the pass behind you.
2nd down and 3.
Expect him to stick with the running game.
Hubert gets the 1st down and more as he gets tackled by Dion Broomfield. Marked down at the 12-yard line, 11-yard run for Hubert.
Kansas State right now kind of getting in their groove, and Hubert as well. He's got the vision, and he's using those blocks. You see 79 pulls around and creates an opening for Hubert to just square right through there and make a big play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 12. It's Hubert again. And Hubert this time will only pick up a yard. Bottled up by Jacquez Washington and Jake Knott.
That's the mentality of Iowa State. You know, they gave up a 10-yard play, but here they come back and stuff the run, saying, hey, we're not going to quit. We're not going to give up. We're not that type of team.
And this is a big stop here for this Iowa State team. They trail by 3, 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Can they just force a field goal as opposed to giving up a touchdown?
Hubert in the pistol formation right here.
Play clock is down to 2. 1, do they get it off? Klein throws to Harper, and that is incomplete. Jeremy Reeves on the coverage against Chris Harper. Reeves, the best one-on-one defender for Iowa State.
Yeah, they really believe in the way Harper covers a man one-on-one. He's got quick feet. He's got good vision. He comes out of his breaks, and you can see he really focuses in on that ball, trying to slap his arm away at the last second, creating him to not make that catch.
A critical 3rd and 10 here for Kansas State.
Pressure's coming.
Klein tucks it, gets to the outside. Klein, touchdown! Unbelievable what this guy can do. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the day.
And he continues time and time again, his consistency, looking like he was going to throw the football, making a play with his legs. He covers a lot of ground. We talk about that. Doesn't look like he's a world-class sprinter, but it sure looks like that to the players on the field.
Do you hear how quiet it has gotten here at this stadium? Facing a 3rd and 10, and he runs 12 yards for his 3rd rushing touchdown.
Well, now Iowa State has really got to do a fantastic job offensively of taking the ball. I think this is a turning point in the game and driving all the way down the field and scoring.
It is now a double-digit lead for Kansas State after the 3rd rushing touchdown of the day for Colin Klein. Our Chrysler game summary. Colin Klein doing it again despite the penalties that his team has had in this game. And Iowa State, they're keeping themselves in the game. But the 3rd down conversions by Kansas State is proving to be crucial in this game.
It is, and Barnett 50% less 50% passing right now, and that's to the block passes on the front line. Those offensive linemen got to get those defensive guys down. Chop block them and get them down to the ground.
Cantelli's kickoff goes through the end zone. Iowa State will start with the ball at the 25-yard line. 6 plays, just 30 yards. A 12-yard run on 3rd and 10 for Colin Klein. But again, that came after the great starting field position. A shank punt by Kirby Vanderkamp when he was punting from the back end of his own end zone. So can Iowa State get something going here offensively? On 1st down, the handoff to Chantrell Johnson, and Johnson will pick up 2 yards, tackled by Randall Evans.
The zone read play has been a big part of what Iowa State does here offensively, and we just haven't seen a whole lot of it today. And you saw it right there. You wonder if they'll stick to it on this drive and try to confuse those linebackers that have been making good plays today for K-State.
24 points, that's a magic number for Paul Rhodes and Iowa State. Right now, Kansas State is at 24 points. A minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Barnett stepping up, throws, completes to Aaron Horn. Horn, nice run after the catch as he picks up the 1st down up to the 37-yard line.
You see Horn doing a fantastic job of knowing where the defenders are, just sitting in the zone. Barnett does a nice job of getting him the ball on time, and he's able to make a play and get upfield.
Horn a bit confused on this play. Barnett on 1st down. Play action zone read. That's through the hands of Ernst Brunt.
Barnett there kind of carried the mesh a little bit too far. You know, if he's got a quick pass that he's got to throw, just flash the mesh and then throw the football. You know, he's off. His timing was a little bit off on this throw. lucky that that didn't get intercepted by Nigel Malone.
2nd down and 10. Pressure coming off the corner. Barnett has a man open, completes to Aaron Horn. A 27-yard completion to Horn.
And what Barnett did so well there is the safeties were moving, playing games. They went to the safety, went to the middle of the field, creating man defense, and he knew he had a one-on-one opportunity.
On 1st down, the handoff to Johnson. And Johnson, with great leg drive, gets across the 30 up to the 29-yard line, tackled by Adam Davis. Will set up 2nd down and 3. They're going to try to get a play off before the quarter comes to an end. They do. The pass is complete to Young, and Young has another 1st down. And that's the way this 3rd quarter will come to a close. Kansas State leads by 10, but Iowa State getting some momentum as we go to the 4th. Number 6, K-State leading on the road, 24-14, as we go to the 4th quarter.
What they're doing differently on this drive is they're changing the offense up. They're using some zone read plays, the quick screens, and they've changed the tempo of the game.
A quick pass swung out to Horn. And Horn gets crunched, but still picks up 4 yards.
I think they're trying to expose the perimeter right now, trying to throw quick screens, zone reads, passes over the middle. They're trying to get those linebackers running now. And they've done that on this drive.
2nd down and 6. Barnett pressure, gets rid of it, completes to Johnson, and the ball comes loose. Nigel Malone with the recovery. Was his knee down, though?
What a nice throw by Barnett. Stepping back, feeling the pressure. The blitz was coming from the left side. And he did a great job of following that receiver and leading him with enough time to make that catch.
Was he down before the ball came loose? Knee down?
Yes, he was down. That's a good call.
Jeff Woody is in at tailback. 1st and goal from the 4.
Safety in the box. Man coverage.
Woody gets back the line of scrimmage, tackled by Davis and Zimmerman.
Here's another look at the catch. You can see Johnson lands on his back before the ball comes loose. Ground cannot cause a fumble.
2nd and goal from the 4.
Outside linebackers are on the line of scrimmage.
Barnett. Looked like some miscommunication with Barnett and Chris Young. Young went one way. Barnett thought he was going the other.
He did. They're trying to take advantage of the one-on-one on the outside, whether it was going to be a fade or a quick out. But since he lined up on the inside, it looked like he should have ran the quick out. Gave him some room to make that completion.
So now you're facing a 3rd and goal. Chantrell Johnson is back in. 4 wide receivers in for Iowa State. Barnett dropping back, throws, and it's incomplete, broken up by Ty Zimmerman, and a flag comes in late.
Pass interference, defense, number 12. Spot on the foul, automatic 1st down.
That is a big, big play.
Here's Zimmerman right here, but I think this is such a risky throw. 2 guys and trying to force it. then you could come up with at least a field goal.
And Iowa State may have caught a break there. First and goal.
2 lead blockers.
Quarterback run. Barnett got hit hard by Arthur Brown.
And here's why Arthur Brown is so important to this defense and this team. It's because of plays like this. He is a hungry linebacker. He comes up and sticks the quarterback and doesn't even let him get past the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 2. Barnett having some trouble getting his play in. Running the option, the toss to Woody, touchdown!
I think a perfect drive of offensive play calls, screens, over the middle passes, option routes, and of course, that pass interference which created this touchdown opportunity.
Edwin Arceo for the extra point. And Iowa State answers the touchdown drive of Kansas State with a touchdown of their own. After a pass interference on third down, they get a second life. They take advantage of it. 24-21, K-State leading Iowa State here in the 4th. We have got ourselves a ball game here in Ames, Iowa. After a 13-play, 75-yard scoring drive, this place is literally rocking. Yes, our cameras cannot stay straight. Arceo kicking off. Lockett, 5 yards deep in his end zone, and he will take a knee.
'71 right here, Bykowski. The offensive tackle is going to make a tremendous block, just enough. I mean, he doesn't knock him down, but he just gets enough to change his route. And that's all it needed to get Woody in the end zone.
A huge response by Iowa State with a touchdown to make it a 3-point game. And these two teams, whenever they get together, they play close games.
They sure do, and we talked about how the importance of the last drive was for Iowa State. This drive for Kansas State is just as important.
Play clock is already down to 2. Klein will run it. And Klein gets wrapped up and tackled by Darrell Givens, his 3rd tackle of the game after a gain of 4 on first to set up 2nd and 6.
And I saw a missed assignment there. Klein held the ball out like there was supposed to be a mesh, and there wasn't. So a little bit of miscommunication there in the backfield. Right, here's Klein. He puts the ball out of the mesh like there's supposed to be a running back coming through for a fake, but there wasn't.
And now a timeout will be taken by Iowa State.
Iowa State.
2nd down and 6 is coming up for Kansas State, leading by 3. Today's NFL. It's on the Built for Tough Fox NFL pregame show tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. 2nd down and 6. Listen to this place. Klein will run. And Colin Klein will pick up a yard as A.J. Klein is there for the stop. And let's check back in with Patrick O'Neill for a game break.
In the Big Ten with Lakers, perhaps ball back in the Heisman conversation, Justin and Eric.
Congratulations to Monty Ball on that record. 3rd and 5. Klein, pass, complete near side to Tyler Lockett for the first down, and that quiets the crowd.
And Klein has done such a tremendous job today of throwing accurate passes. He put that ball right on the money, anticipating he comes out of the break, and that's why it was a completion and a first down.
A 10-yard completion to Tyler Lockett. And Eric, we talked at the beginning of this show Is this a trap game for Kansas State? You said no because the senior leaders, 17 returning starters. You got a quarterback who's a senior in Colin Klein. Trying to step up here in the fourth. Handoff is to the fullback, Braden Wilson. And A.J. Klein is there for the tackle after a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Well, I think Klein right there, and that's A.J. Klein, showing you why he has almost 300 tackles. It's because of his vision and his speed. See him come out of his break and hit Braden Wilson. That's a guy that weighs 240 pounds.
And did you see A.J. Klein bounce off of Braden Wilson?
I did see the bounce off. That was 2 big guys going at it. That's what this game's been all about.
Klein looking for a hole. Klein being chased by Klein. A.J. Klein wins that one.
We just talked about A.J. Klein and his ability to make hits, but what about his ability to run the length of the field? He's going one direction, then turns back and runs down Colin Klein. That doesn't happen very often.
And not just that, but he was able to bring him down, which is so rare. So 3rd and 8, can they convert again on 3rd down?
They're going to man.
Klein's pass to Harper's complete. Harper spins and picks up another 1st down. 6 for 8 on 3rd down conversions in the game, but a flag is on the field. And those 3rd down conversions are in this half. 6 for 8 in this half if this play stands.
There is no foul on the play. The block in question has been deemed legal. 1st down.
We talked about how important this drive is right here, but what about 2 3rd down and long conversions for Kansas State? There's the hit in question on his shoulder pad, and this is where it just depends on the angle of the referee, what he sees.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of Iowa State. Handoff to Hubert. Bounces it outside, and Hubert, look at the effort. Jeremy Reeves tackles him, but a 5-yard run by John Hubert. John Hubert's a guy who's gone over 100 yards in 4 of the 5 games this year.
And he's done it by this, by being physical and by being fast. I think he's such a dynamic running back. We've talked about it. He loves that part of the game.
The all-time rushing leader in Waco, Texas, broke LaDainian Tomlinson's record. Anytime you can break LT's record, you know you're doing something well.
Expect Klein to get in the mix right here.
Hubert again. And this time Hubert is corralled. It's 3 yards. David Irving with his first tackle of the game. 3rd and 2 coming up. Do you give it to Klein, let him keep it, pick up the 1st down?
Well, I think that's the idea right now. Hubert's out of the game. I think they believe and trust that he can pick up 2 yards.
This could be 2-down territory into the wind. It's Klein. And Klein with that patience picks up the 1st down. How many players are there that you can remember who have the patience of Colin Klein?
I don't think I've ever seen anybody like Colin Klein, the way that he uses his blocks and sets them up. He almost waited for the block to come around in front of him, block the guy, and then run. Not almost, he did that.
Another 3rd down conversion. Moving the chains, taking time off the clock. Look at what Kansas State has done on 3rd down. 7 for 9 in this half alone.
Outside pressure.
Klein again up the middle. And Colin Klein up to the 15-yard line. Jacquez Washington with a tackle after a 12-yard run for Klein.
And that's what you do when you bring pressure on the offensive line. You get those linebackers up tight, and you bring them right away, and you don't make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage, it's open field running.
Colin Klein, 94 yards on the ground. He had 116 last week against Kansas. Handoff to Hubert. And Hubert picks up a yard. Jacquez Washington with his 7th tackle of the game.
Well, down here, when you know that Kansas State is probably going to run the football, it's important for these safeties to get involved. The safeties have to come up and make big tackles. If you're going to pressure those linebackers at the beginning of the play and get them on the line coming quick, those safeties have to make plays. Look at those safeties right back here. They're coming up, trying to play with Colin Klein's mind, whether it's a man or zone situation.
Klein keeps it, rolls out, dumps it off to his fullback, Braden Wilson. Up to the 10, a 4-yard completion. A.J. Klein and Jeremiah George there on the stop. This drive started at 12:34 on the clock.
See Washington, the safety, he stays home on the play. And look at a missed tackle by 2 of his best tacklers, and he's right there close to get ready to make a play. He's got to get up there a little bit sooner.
12 plays over 7 minutes for this drive. On 3rd down, Klein. Can he be stopped? He is. Jake Knott comes up with a big stop.
Right now, this might be the biggest stop of the game on Colin Klein. Knott comes up, sticks with the play, and Klein just kind of falls in his lap. But now they got to kick a field goal, and they have a chance. That's only good if they make this. It'll only be a 6-point lead.
A 25-yard field goal attempt for Anthony Cantelli. He made from 41 in the first half. And his kick is good. A long sustained drive results in 3 points, keeps this game in check as Iowa State now trails by 6. 6-point ball game here with 4:24 to go. Number 6 Kansas State leading Iowa State after a 14-play, 67-yard drive that took 8 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. The longest scoring drive of the year for Kansas State. And Iowa State will get the ball back with 4:24 to go. 2 timeouts remaining. Kicking into the wind, a short kick. This is taken by Lenz. Lenz breaks through over the 35, holding on to the ball as he gets up to the 40-yard line. It'll be Iowa State ball when we come back, trying to march down the field for a victory. Going empty backfield on 1st and 10 from the 40. Plenty of time. 4:17 and 2 timeouts remaining, but they need a touchdown.
Who will Arthur Brown cover on this play?
Barnett, his first pass is thrown behind Josh Lenz. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
We talked about what Barnett needs to do. Stand in there and make good decisions. Throw accurate throws. There's no reason right now to be hitting that panic button. You've got over 4 minutes left in this football game, and that's plenty of time to drive the length of this field.
Empty backfield. Now Chantrell Johnson comes in the backfield. The pass complete to Aaron Horn. Aaron Horn has been busy in this game. For more on these receivers, let's check back in with Darius.
Yeah, guys, last series, it looked like Iowa State changed something offensively, but they really didn't. What's happened now is Jared Barnett is finally getting to his 2nd and 3rd progression, which is the slot wide receiver, Aaron Horn.
Horn, 7 catches, 84 yards in this game.
There's his own read. Right here is the linebacker.
Barnett dropping back, lost it over Chantrell Johnson. He had him wide open.
You can see he's kind of disgusted with himself on this play because that could have been a very, very big play. All he has to do is just lob it up.
4th down coming up. And the way that Kansas State has moved the ball, you have to go for it here if you're Iowa State. They have to get to the 50.
Will they bring the pressure, or will they let him stand back there and throw the football?
Brown coming off the edge. The pass is incomplete. Not even close.
Well, they decided to bring some pressure. Arthur Brown right here. He comes up late, almost came off sides. But with that pressure, it opened up another hole for the defensive lineman to put pressure on Barnett.
So a turnover on downs, 3:29 to go. 2 timeouts remaining. Be surprised if Kansas State does anything but run the ball here.
Yeah, I would too. I don't think there's any reason for them to throw it unless they feel they need to put some more points on the board here and secure this win.
Klein, they'll keep it. Klein. Dizzy out of bounds. Jake Knott with the tackle. And the clock will stop as he was out of bounds, and you don't want to do that if you're Colin Klein.
Well, that's a free timeout right there for Iowa State, and Klein should have just fallen down right there in bounds and not fought for those extra yards. It's probably hard for him not to.
A timeout is taken. There's Paul Rhodes looking on. His team trailing by 6. Every team that Iowa State has played this year has been undefeated. And they need a stop on 2nd down and 5. Klein running the option. He keeps it. He falls down. Marked down a yard shy of the 1st down. So now 3rd and 1 coming up. That is the final timeout taken by Iowa State.
Final 3rd timeout. Iowa State, 30 seconds.
With that carry, Klein is over the 100-yard mark on the ground. His team leading by 6. 3rd and 1. 27-21, no timeouts remaining now for Iowa State. Eric, this could be 2-down territory for Kansas State.
Absolutely. If they don't pick up the 1st down here, expect them to run the next play, take all the time off the clock, and use Colin Klein.
Play clock is down to 3, and now a timeout will be used by Klein.
First charge timeout, Kansas State, 30 seconds.
Time now for today's Buick Human Highlight. Kansas State leading 27-21. The Human Highlight is Colin Klein.
He's sure done a great job today of using and setting up his blocks like he always does. Angelo Peace letting him get in the end zone and then just bringing the ball down. If he doesn't like what he sees, using his legs and sprinting to the end zone and scoring. And that's what Colin Klein is all about, get in the end zone.
3 rushing touchdowns on the day for Colin Klein. 23 carries, 104 yards. Again, it's like killing you softly. His longest carry of the day, longest run, 12 yards.
But that's what he does. He picks up 7, 8, 9, 10, 12-yard plays and wears you out.
3rd and 1. Braden Wilson in the backfield.
I expect Colin Klein will take the ball right here for security purposes.
It is Klein. And Klein tackled by Jake Knott. He's awfully close.
Making first contact.
They're not going to measure. I think he's short. Number 20 in your screen right there. Knott making a big stop on Colin Klein.
And now Ryan Dorr is going to come on to punt this one. Punting it into the wind. With 2:41 to go, under 2:40 really now, and no timeouts remaining. Bill Snyder is going to make this Iowa State team go all the way down the field. And now a flag is thrown. It'll be a delay of game here against Kansas State.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That gives Ryan Dorr a little bit more room to try to get this punt inside the 10. Into the winds. This one will be down inside the 5 with 2:17 to go. Iowa State will have to go 97 yards. These two teams, they play close games. Look at what has transpired the last 4 meetings. The largest margin of victory was 8 back in 2008.
Take a look right there. Like you said, the games have been so close, and it's always come down to the last drive of the game.
Well, now you have it. Jared Barnett. Can he engineer this game-winning drive? Starting from his own 3. On 1st down over the middle, it's incomplete. Was looking for Chris Young. And that's a ball that I think if you speak to Chris Young, he'll say I probably should have caught.
Well, he probably could have dove for the ball, but Barnett needs to put an easier throw for him to catch and run because he had a lot of space to run and pick up some nice yards.
Barnett again over the middle, and again it's intended for Young, broken up though by Jared Milo, and 3rd and 10 coming up.
And right now Kansas State's going to play that cover 4 defense where there's 4 defenders in the back. So that Barnett, as a quarterback, has got to do a good job of looking off these linebackers and anticipating that his receivers are going to wrap routes in that zone.
A timeout will be taken here by Kansas State.
Kansas State, 30 seconds.
Later today, it's a Fox College football doubleheader as Utah battles UCLA, followed by number 11 USC taking on the Huskies. Vote on the college football social poll of the week. Who is the most NFL-ready quarterback? Is it Colin Klein, Matt Barkley, Braxton Miller, or Geno Smith? Log on to Facebook.com/Fox Sports to cast your votes. The results will air later today in Fox College football. Who do you think it is of those 4?
It's close, Matt Barkley or Geno Smith, but I got Geno Smith because he's just so accurate and he's so poised in the pocket. I mean, 24 touchdown passes already after 5 games.
You know, it's funny, I think coming into this year, everyone would have said Matt Barkley hands down, but the way that Geno Smith has played, it has been so impressive that at least that's a legitimate question now. Well, right now it's 3rd down and 10 for Iowa State from their own 3. No timeouts remaining.
As a quarterback, you have to be thinking, don't turn the ball over. Complete the pass.
Jared Barnett forced out of the pocket. Barnett's going to run. Tries to put a move, but Arthur Brown was not fooled. It's a 5-yard run, which will set up 4th and 5.
What a big play by number 4, Arthur Brown. Open field tackle. Not letting the quarterback pick up the 1st down. He just sunk his hips and waited for him to come to him and made a nice, secure tackle.
Clock is winding down. Barnett throws, and that one is incomplete. And that will ice it.
I almost get the feeling that those 4th down plays are just not as important to Barnett. And we saw 2 of those. If your receiver's not open, you don't feel comfortable with it, make something happen with your legs. Get on the outside. Get guys in space who are not comfortable. Throw the timing off of the play. We didn't see that from him in those last 2 fourth down plays.
Just 16 of 37 on the day. And with no timeouts remaining, Iowa State cannot stop the clock. I asked the question, was this a trap game for Kansas State when we opened up the broadcast? You said you did not think so, because next week, Kansas State will go on the road to Morgantown and take on West Virginia, and that is a showdown that everybody wants to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous game of teams where I believe West Virginia will be challenged the most by a team like Kansas State, who can control the clock. You saw today, 7-minute drives, 8-minute drives. Those types of drives keeps Geno Smith, Tavon Austin, and Stedman Bailey off the field.
Iowa State with the loss will fall to 4-2, 1-2 in Big 12 play. Next week they're at Oklahoma State. Then they're home in back-to-back weeks against Baylor and number 13 Oklahoma. Today's game is produced by Jeff Gowan, directed by Mitch Riggin. Our technical director is Joel Blosser. Our technical manager is Matt Benedict. Max Lanwan is our associate director. Benji Lee is our broadcast associate. The presidents of Fox Sports are Eric Shanks and Randy Freer. The executive vice president is John Entz. The coordinating producers, Judy Boyd and Jacob Ullman. Kansas State, number 6 in the country, will move to 6-0 for the second straight year. 3-0 in the Big 12 as these two coaches, who have a lot of respect for each other, shake hands, and it's another hard-fought game between these two teams.
It sure is, and that's what I expected. But don't discredit what Iowa State did today. They played a very, very good Kansas State team and showed that they can compete with a top 10 team.
Let's go down to Darius Walker, who's standing by with Coach Snyder.
Hey, Coach, everyone suspected it would be the weather that was the issue today, but the issue today was really it was 2 good football teams playing in this game. How happy are you about your team's performance today?
Well, there's good and bad, as there is in every ball game. I think Paul and his staff and his players did a remarkable job. They played so hard and so well. We just had some trouble. I was pleased with our youngsters that we hung in there and, made it happen at the end of the ball game. We had some really good drives on offense. The 13-14 play drives, but a couple of them end up in field goals, and I think that was the difference in the ball game, just not being able to finish the drives.
How important is it for you to be able to have those drives with your team, specifically going into a big game like next week? How important is it for them to have those experiences?
Well, that's just one of the things we have to get better at. We've got to be able to finish drives. We've got to be able not to, let them milk the ball down the field, which happened to us a couple times on defense. And we got some things. We've been pretty good in the special teams. We've got some things that have to get cleaned up there.
Coach, your quarterback, Colin Klein, over 20 carries today. Is that something you expect to see every week, to have your quarterback carrying the ball that much?
It's what we say all the time. I can't tell you how many times he's going to carry, or John's going to carry, or Braden's going to carry, or how many times we're going to throw. You'd like to be balanced and in all facets of the game, but you have to do whatever the defense gives you an opportunity to do. So it's not our call, really. It all depends on how the defense plays.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate it. Good luck next week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
27-21. Kansas State remains undefeated as they beat Iowa State here in Ames, Iowa. We'll be right back with the AT&T Fox College Saturday postgame show here in Ames after this.